The other point is, I wanted to quickly mention, are schools of legal thought. Get the book by Abu Bakr Murad and read that. Now, I mean the madhabs. The madhabs are important. When I was first Muslim, I did not follow a madhab. I didn't. Why, man? I'm a man. Abu Hanifa was a man. I could learn some Arabic and figure this stuff out. Why not? Yeah. Well, that worked quite well when I got to Saudi Arabia and seemed pretty okay. And then when I got to Turkey, and I really started reading heavy-duty books and reading about, well, it wasn't as easy as I thought it was. It wasn't like opening up Sahih Bukhari and saying, well, there was something there, and not knowing anything. Well, it's Sahih, I'll just do it, And we have a mosque I'm praying at, and whenever the mom prays, some of them, he says, Rabbana lakal hamd. He shouts out. And I can't figure, I never in my life saw a man do something like that. I'm thinking, where did he get it from? I was like, where did he get this from? I'm thinking, what's he get from the hadith of the man who did it at the time of the Prophet, that story of the Sahaba. That one-off event. But if you read the fiqh of that, it's makruh. All the schools of thought would say the legal thought on that is makruh. But he's doing it most probably because he's thinking he's doing something that a man did at the time of the Prophet, so he's telling me, I'll do it too. One-off events like that do not make a precedent. If you don't know anything about usul al-fiqh, usul. If you don't have usul, foundations and guidelines, when you approach the Quran and the Sunnah, you will stumble. And I'm just saying this. If you don't believe me, then take Abu Bakr Murad's book up there. It's free, right? And read it and weigh the evidences out. No one I've never met a Muslim worth his name being a Muslim or his claim, except that person doesn't want to follow the Quran and the Sunnah. I want to follow the Quran and Sunnah, and you want to follow the Quran and Sunnah. The problem is, how do I follow the Quran and Sunnah between me and the Quran revelation, and the man who is the operational reality of it is 1,400 years and lots of graves? You think it's just about, if you just approach it by text today, textual criticism, you'll end up like the Jews and the Christians. We are not a people of textual criticism. We are a people of living tradition. You take the religion from another person. Books are fine. You'll never be considered a scholar of hadith if you memorize Bukhari without a sanad back to Bukhari. You can go and get a copy of Bukhari from Bukhari bookstore and memorize it. You'll never be considered authoritative in it until you've got a sanad that's proven by chain of transmission to Bukhari that's what you're reciting was actually what he wrote down, even if you memorized it. You understand me? No one will accept it. They'll say, "Why? It's cool you memorized it, but it's worth zero in the tradition." We are a tradition that's handed down generation to generation. You don't take your religion just from internet, from books, from cyborg imams, and so it's probably some kid in Oklahoma who he's a convert. It's the convert. He knows everything, and he's read some book from someplace, and now he's an expert. And this is foolishness, and it's deadly, and it's corrupting our religion. The legal schools are there to safeguard you and to keep you in proper means of proper interpretation by many men and women working on it for centuries. And it's a great legacy. Don't overlook it so quickly. Abu Bakr Murad's book's out there. Take one if you want. Read it.